hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Critics Collective. And today we're going to be talking about the newest episode of Alien Earth on Hulu and FX, episode 3. So, this episode follow up with the last two episodes where you have Wendy, who basically is fighting the xenomorph and to save her brother. So, as the fight goes on, you get to meet more of the other kids who are now somewhat synthetic in a way, but not human. And each of them, again, they're described as Lost Boys because each of them has the name of the Lost Boys. And one of them, Nibs, who you could see she's literally starting to question a lot of things about like their humanity and stuff like that that goes on. But one interesting thing about this show is the character of Joe Herman, who owns Prodigy. He doesn't care. He wants all the creature from the alien spaceship crash that Weyland Yutani was transporting. And Yutani, the granddaughter of the previous Weyland Yutani CEO, you know, in the previous episode made a deal with him to basically retrieve those creatures. But Joe, not Joe Herman, I'm saying Joy Herman, boy Cavler. Joe Herman is a brother for is the Wendy's brother. So Boy is trying. Well, he did actually get all the creature at this episode, and one of his Timothy Oliphant's character, Kirsch, who's also not human, um, skip ahead after they capture all the creature. Wendy ended up getting injured, as you would say, even though she's not human throughout the process. And of course, Maro, the other some he's not fully synthetic, but he's mostly human. He has all the part that requires him to be a human. In a way, kind of hacked one of the Lost Boys characters slightly. And it's funny that they all have the name of the Lost Boys, but if you read up on the Lost Boys, they don't have necessarily all their characteristics that they describe the Lost Boys as. So he did, and Morrow did hack slightly, but the most interesting thing is when is one scene when they open one of the xenomorph eggs, and you see that the xenomorph, which is I believe it's the first time I've seen this because I haven't read much of the comic. Inside the creature is it's like the little small kind of like a embryo in a way, and they're doing some really of course, just like Willing Titania, another corporation, they're gonna do experiment because again it was what they do in this universe. um but it seems like Wendy somehow is connected to the xenomorph. I don't know what happened during her battle with the xenomorph, but she is somewhat connected because when she was out, uh, like she was out, and they were experimenting on the xenomorph. They were like doing their experiment on the xenomorph. That she had like she had like a psychic connection, and she was trying to see what was going on. So again, when they opened they were opening this face hugger, like they were like cutting it open, and she's having all this like a psychic, I guess, hit from the face hugger. I don't know what happened again. I'm hoping it's not one of those Alien 3 was it Alien 3 type of situation where she's they like real connect like that close connection with the aliens. But again, when Keish opened the face hugger, you could see that inside the face hugger is a little embryo kind of creature that he well, they you he grabbed and put it in a vial where um Wendy's brother, who was injured, they took out his liver and put in that vial, and he put it in that vial. So it looks like they're gonna be watching. They might show the process of the, like, basically the growth of the xenomorph, and you could see it instead of just having to see them burst out chest, like burst out the chest. You're gonna see the process when they grow. So it's gonna be interesting as far as like this process go when it comes to seeing how these alien creature come to life. So very interesting. But again, I know for this show is going to lead to the greater expanded universe when it comes to Alien and even Predator. So I can't wait to see what happens. But with now Maro having that connection not only with Slightly and also trying to retrieve those creatures for back for Willie Yutani, I wonder what's gonna happen. What's gonna of course something's gonna happen where all the creatures gonna get loose because they brought all the creatures from that spaceship to their base for the Prodigy. So I wonder what's gonna happen. Then you also have Curly, who's trying to prove herself to Boy in a way. It kind of like a weird way the way they had this conversation where she's trying to prove herself and she wants to be the favorite. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna end up doing some very messed up thing. And then you have again Morrow, who has that. Now he put he hacked into Slightly in a way where he's communicating with him uh, and trying to get in his head. So it's a lot going on as far as the show goes. But it's not too much going on where you're confused. So that's the good part about it. Each part that's going on separately in the show is connected to one singular thing when it comes to the show. So that's the very interesting part about the show. So I'm very happy it's not veering off where you have other stories that's veering off. Somebody has their separate thing going on. Even though they have their separate, it doesn't veer off from the main plot of the story. So very good episode 3. Definitely enjoyed. Can't wait to see the next episode, which is going to be 4 next week. But other than that, guys, if you're an alien fan, let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you soon over here at the Critics Collective. And y'all have a good day.